Griner, man, still in Russia.
That's crazy.
She ain't coming home no time soon either.
That for a little bit. Sleep put it on point when he was just like that shit. The sad part about it is Brittany Griner is wrapped up in something that she ain't. It's way bigger.
It's bigger than her.
It's way bigger than her. Like, you know what I'm saying? As far as like the politics behind like bringing home or trading. I'm sorry, trading prisoners. Like
yeah, they want an arms dealer though.
That's wild, bro. That's wild. Bro, listen, I didn't realize how deep it was till sleep, bro, was breaking it down.
So, peep game. Somebody had posed a question. I think it was a coach, and no disrespect for not knowing who this person is, but I know she's a WNBA either player or coach. Was like, if it was LeBron, he would be home, and I'm like, One, if it was LeBron, if they want an arms dealer for Brittany Griner, for LeBron, they would want a fucking general or some shit. Like
no. They want that and a bag. They were like, we're gonna need 15 mil, 4 arms dealers, and like and 3
4 first round draft picks.
Like the bigger the
4 first round drug dealers, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And 50 million in cash. Fuck you talking about? We want it all.
The bigger the asset, it's just like a basketball team. If you got a big ass asset, you're not just gonna take no bullshit for no big asset. You want a lot of shit. So common sense lets me know if it was LeBron, they would want several arms dealers and all types of ridiculous shit because that's just how Russia is. Russia is not going to be like, you know what, LeBron, go home. Now, his conditions might be better. He might be in a mansion with just armed guards around it. Like, he might be eating lobster. He can't leave. He ain't got no phone. Brittany Griner, she fucked up. They got her in a fucked up situation, and she really not coming home no time soon, and it fucking sucks. And you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. If Biden does this trade, American citizen that's a civilian for a fucking arms dealer, Republicans they're gonna be like, really, my nigga? And he gonna look weak to the world. Mm-hmm. But if he don't
already passing out all over the place.
But if he don't get her, not weak like that, like that's different. He just old. That's an old nigga. He old. I'm talking about weak like he doesn't know how to diplomacy and negotiate and shit like that. Because an arms dealer for a WNBA player, this shit ain't fucking equal. It's not. And there's plenty of fucking people that Russia got. She ain't the only motherfucker. Like, there are other people over there. Like,
oh, yeah.
Like, it ain't just her. She's just the biggest name. But there are other people there. You know, they got other motherfuckers. So, what you gonna get for them? We gonna get Brittany Griner because she's a WNBA player, but we're not gonna get fucking DeMarcus Smith because he's just a physicist. Like, no, it's fucked up. You ain't no winning. I feel bad for her. I wish this Ukraine shit wasn't going on, but it's not fucking realistic. That's just not how politics work. They think that Biden can go over to a foreign country with different fucking laws that we are beefing with because of the Ukraine and be like, you know what, let it go. And we're not going to go to war for listen, we don't go to war for individual people. It's just not how shit works. The world don't work that way. McCain, who became a senator and all this and all that, was a fucking prisoner of war. This motherfucker, they had this nigga for hellas. And he was a soldier. She's just a basketball player. And that's fucked up for me to say it that way. Crazy, but in the fucking scheme of life.
And the thing is, did she play over there? She was playing over there, right?
Yeah, because they don't make enough money here in America.
Which is a whole nother subject. God damn. Hey, man.
Bro, the WNBA doesn't make enough revenue for them to make that kind of to make NBA money. Like what? The stadium be fucking empty, Dosia. Don't nobody be there.
The funny part about it is,
God damn it, the Dosia ain't gonna be on my side because I'm with y'all on this one.
Give a fuck. Fuck them. Anyways, I feel like something radical, and that's thinking off the left side, but like I feel like there's enough supporters to where like, yo, we could probably donate or probably, you know what I'm saying, do what we need to do to like force it to be in recognition, right? Like, I ain't gonna lie, I watched a couple of WNBA games. I'm like, Granted, the dunking ain't there. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got that, but it's still a good game to watch.
I enjoy women's college basketball more than the WNBA, and that's fucked up. I would rather watch the women Huskies play than to watch the Phoenix. I think it's the Mercury.
Mhm.
Like it doesn't do nothing for me. Now there are certain women that I like to see. You know, Candace Parker. Like there are certain women that just like the NBA. There's certain stars that have something. Like I remember Lisa Leslie. Like she was like a big ass name. Like they missed their chance when they had like Cynthia Cooper. Wasn't that her name? They had some big Cynthia Cooper.
Yeah,
The
no, but
WNBA
Cheryl Swoops too. Cheryl Swoops on that
Yeah,
squad.
Cheryl
They had some big ass names that they just never capitalized off of, and I don't even know. Like I don't know. I blame the NBA for that. Like they had some really marquee players once upon a time that I thought would have took them to the next level, and it just never
But
happened.
it's also the women's game for college, like you said, is even better. Like all the coaches that are fly that people like to see, and the players and the way they move. Like people want to see Don Staley coaching. Like people look at the UConn Huskies with Gino Auriemma. Like, yo, I want to see them in like the Stanford coach, and like people want to see them. Like, oh, that's the coach.
Yeah,
you know,
and
there's no coaches in WNBA like that or any players where you. And I think they do a bad job marketing.
It's like once they make the transition from the WNBA or from college to the WNBA, it gets kind of quiet. You know
because the marketing is horrible. The marketing is horrible.
Like it was crazy.
My god,
during the NBA, during the NBA finals they actually were playing, the season was going on, right?
Yeah, the finals.
And I was like that right there. I mean, granted, that's probably not the smartest thing to do there, but at the same time, like when else could they have a chance to promote this game? You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
like it's like
All-Star trophy looked like this. They just had the All-Star game. The All-Star trophy was this big, bro.
Oh, yeah.
They be playing them girls. Now they playing them. She had that little baby ass 6th grade trophy. The spelling bee trophy. She had the little spelling bee joint. And I was like, no, why you do it like that? Like, come on, man.
No, they said, I think it was an average the NBA lottery pick, number one draft pick is like, I don't know, 20, 25 million, some crazy number like that. Like they were like the number one draft pick for the WNBA isn't even 100,000. That's crazy. That's real life crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
I'm
gonna say this. This need to be said too. It's a lot of people who work in regular jobs. They ain't seen 100,000.
That's some real shit.
That's a few years of salary to get to 100,000.
No, 100,000 is only like 18% of the population that makes $100,000 a year.
So I'm not gonna pretend like some of them ain't got bread compared to the dude that work at UPS. And that's what I'm saying. Like they still make more than like that regular people.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's still you're still a professional player. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't even get like what is it called? Private jet, not private jet. What's it called?
That's what we making this on. Like school teachers who take care of our fucking kids don't make that kind of money, but the WNBA need to make it.
Bruh, it gotta be some. It's almost so like they were talking about how WNBA players deserve to make more money, right? But they gotta find out how they gonna make more money, where the revenue will come from. So the issue was in that is that you got a bunch of players who, you know what I'm saying, decent names, but it's hard to market the game because when you go do it, you can't do it during the NFL season. That obviously ain't gonna work. You can't do it really in between. What's that dead time? The dead time between the finals and no, I'm sorry. So they do it. So the season starts sometime around like the playoffs or whatever, and then it continues on. But it's like you got to find some way to connect that traction, and that's always the issue when it comes to the WNBA. And I don't know the solution. I'm just saying it's wild to me that it's that much of a difference in pay when you talk about first round draft pick makes guaranteed $30 million, and you got draft pick for the
it
WNBA
makes perfect sense.
touching 100,000.
It makes perfect sense. LeBron James and the NBA makes the owners lots of fucking money. The WNBA doesn't make any money. The stadiums don't be packed. Ain't no jersey sales. Who you seen walking around with a Candace Parker jersey on? You seen any of them?
You're right. You know what? You're right. I have not. And I you know what? I'm ordering me a Candace Parker jersey.
No, I'm being real. Do you
No,
see
but I feel you though. Yeah, no, it's real.
like you got to make money. It's still a business, and if you making hella bread, people gonna like you get paid more.
And real talk, to LeBron James is underpaid. The NBA is underpaying LeBron James.
LeBron deserves way more money for what he does.
He's a billionaire.
Kevin Durant, Shaq deserved more money back in the day. Kobe deserved more money. Shit, Michael Jordan wasn't making shit to later.
Candace Parker signed a 2-year deal.
Okay.
A 2-year deal for $385,000.
Bro. How many years would it take? I ain't gonna put you on the spot, but think about a regular person, middle class, makes 35.
They ain't making 300.
No. A regular person, middle class, makes like 35 to 48. I don't know the exact.
Yeah,
but
the average salary is 30-some thousand.
Yeah. It would take them several fucking years to get that. So I'm not feeling bad for that. I don't feel bad for that. Like that doesn't make me want to cry. You got $300,000.
It's not the fact. Okay, it's not the
For
fact.
12 people to go to the game. It'd be 12 people there.
I get it.
It'd be 12 people there.
They make it more money than the average player, yes. But the thing about it is like it can't. Again, this is me pulling out. This is me. Hold on.
Have you seen the WNBA game? Count the crowd next time. You can count them. You can count them.
Pull it out of my imaginary mind. Like we can't do nothing, and there's nothing to influx some kind of energy to bring some kind of money into this shit. Like it's crazy because I think
why?
WNBA been going on for how long? How long? Over a decade? Gotta be over a decade. A decade.
The WNBA been out since Shaq was playing when that shit was out.
WNBA has been over 20 years.
Over 20 years.
We talking about like 90. Okay, so there was a 90. The WNBA was made because of the 96 Olympics. So I think it started like 97.
So with all these, you mean to tell me there's not one person that believes enough to be like, yo, I'm just go front this much money to influx some type.
Some people did. They lost some bread.
yeah, man. And I'm not saying I have the answer. All I'm saying is it's just messed up to me. To me, it's messed up that you got key players making nothing compared to me, compared to Sleepy, compared to Durham. I'm talking about compared to like their counterparts.
That's even worse. Do you know how much money the NBA generates? Like, do you know?
Billions. I'm sure billions upon billions.
How much you think the WNBA generate?
Nowhere close.
Thousands is what it's generating.
Nowhere close.
So of course the men get paid more.
Okay, so to give some context, Candace Parker is the highest paid WNBA player of all time. She's made $5 million in her career.
Her career?
Her career.
Okay, so that's her career, right?
Yeah, because that's including endorsements. But see, this is the thing right here, Sleepy. She got to go over a season plan and get another 1.5 mil. This is what she makes a year. She makes $5 million a year.
Okay.
Maya Moore made $45,000 in 2012. That's
No. But see, that's the key. Is you missing out on the other endorsement money and stuff. So Diana Taurasi made $3.5 million a year.
I'm talking about before. So like, boom. So like another thing, right?
This is the craziest conversation ever.
When you see the NBA draft,
Britteny Griner makes $2.3 million a year.
Listen, all I'm saying is there's an obvious difference, huge difference in comparing to like what NBA players make versus what WNBA players make.
But it's a profit thing. It's a profit thing of how much money is being made for the organization.
Of course, right. But I'm not saying I have the answers. And I'm not saying
because keeping it real,
right.
Doja, keeping it real. NBA is already subsidizing WNBA already right now as it is right now. They're actually paying for the WNBA doesn't make any money. NBA is basically just using it as a tax write-off at this point.
Yeah, man.
The NBA is paying their salaries already. They're not even paying the WNBA. Not even paying their salaries. The NBA.
So do you think the WNBA? Do you think WNBA players deserve to make more money? That's the question.
Who's watching the WNBA?
Do you think WNBA players deserve to make more money? That's the question.
Based upon the revenue that they bring in, no, absolutely not.
Sleepy. They can't control people not watching the game.
They can control that.
How?
The owners of those teams need to be doing a better job of marketing. The people need to be listen. David Stern, I give him his props. When he wanted to make Michael Jordan the face of the NBA to grow the NBA, he did that. When he chose LeBron, Kobe, whoever to be the next face, he did that. Back in the 80s, when they did the Magic and Bird thing to build buzz for the NBA, they did that. The WNBA wanted to do something. Remember back in the day, Nike was doing the puppets. It was LeBron against Kobe. Would they play each other? Whatever. It was in the commercials. They was like, they built buzz around the NBA.